Yeah, woo! Let's go, baby! Shout out to Lund. What is going on, you guys? JACObrdoty here, back from another vlog, and today I'm finally going to be starting the whole process that you guys have been asking for so long, and that is introducing the cluster swap from a base to a premium. I got mine for a smoking deal. I think all in I'm going to be around 200 bucks to be able to get everything done. So I'm going to show you guys how to upgrade your interior for about 200 bucks. This is a GT premium cluster from a 14, and this is actually from one of you guys. One of you guys DM'd me and hooked me up with this cluster. The 13 and 14s have minor differences between the two premium clusters. I'll throw up a picture right here. On the 14, it's a little bit cleaner, which is why I'm happy I got this one. It has a little bit less white along the edge, and then also has a little bit better of a face, so it's a little less crowded. I didn't know about that difference until I did more research, but the 14 is better. And to be able to operate that, I have this, which is the buttons to be able to actually change the settings on this little screen. This is just plug and play for the 13, 14 models. I'm not too sure about the 11 to 12s, but for 13, 14, this just slides right into your steering wheel controls, and it'll help you do that. Now the steps involved are obviously put in the cluster, and then you also have to get your keys programmed to the cluster because there's a security lock on there where it's locked in with the VIN. And then also you have to have your odometer corrected, because I think this one's out of a car with 50,000 miles. My car has like 90 something thousand. So I need to get the odometer corrected, and then I'll install it in the parking lot of Ford, because once you do this, or once you plug it in, your car will not start with your key until someone else programs. But I'm gonna show that whole process because I have a buddy that has the right tool, and I can show you guys what to do and what to ask for. But right now, all I'm gonna do is make sure this thing works, because then I have to send it out and wait a couple of days for them to do it at JATO Pro, where they're gonna correct my mileage. This is my current gauge cluster, which is just a base. So whenever I turn it on, there is no screen. It's just got all the little things in there. I have 91,469 miles. So that's all we got right there. And it's adding more air for some reason. It looks like this just pulls out really simply. This is all I did. Just kind of pry it out like this, and it seems to be going pretty good, as you can see with one hand there. So I'm going to continue on that, and then we'll see what kind of, I think there's 3 bolts, so I'll keep you guys updated. But that ripped out of there, really simple. And it looks like we just have 2 bolts. So maybe a 10 mil or an 8 mil right there, and then one in the other corner. So we'll knock that out, and then make sure you do not pull out too hard, because you do have a plug in the back that you'll have to change out. Pro tip, definitely have a little magnet hand reach thing, because that would suck to lose that in your dash. Best way I have found to do this is to just pull it all the way down, like facing how it is, so the gauge is facing towards the ground. And then you pull on this with the tab right up on top. There's these 2 little tabs in the middle that you squeeze, and that should release it. Then you kind of have to squirm around and try to pull it out. So go ahead and just turn it on to accessory. Make sure all the screens and lights turn on. But you see how it's flashing on there? That's super bing, bing, bing. That means it's not ready. So apparently I need an oil change. 47,000 miles, 47,527 miles. Oil change is required. I need to put in my little button thing right here, and then everything should work. But you can see the little colors right there. So once we have this set up, should be good to go. Plastic pry tool those things across, so just push it in, like right here, kind of push in. And then I should be able to kind of unplug and then plug in this little thing and be able to clear those codes by clicking OK, and kind of see what menus we have. But obviously the track app's probably not yet. I mean, it obviously will not start, but when I click OK, it should clear all those screens, right? There it goes. So we're going down, settings, information, gauge mode, AFRs, all that stuff. So looks like this is pretty much going to be it. That's pretty much all we can do today. I'll catch up with you guys once I get this back from JATO Pro. I'm just going to go run to our local shipping spot, ship it out, and then pay my fees and all that. So that way JATO Pro can get these mileages matched. All right, so now it's about a week later. I have the odometer back, and I'm waiting on my buddy who has a programmer that can actually program this cluster, because when you put it in, it won't let you start your car, which I kind of showed you guys. But I sent it out to JATO Pro for $90. They went ahead and fixed my mileage. I think I added 400 extra miles for the week that it would take. and I paid $30 in shipping to get it there. Now I paid to have tracking and all of that, and coming from California going to Colorado, that's how much it costs. That may vary for you guys, but I also had a pretty good sized box. This is my buddy Brandon that's gonna hook it up. How are you? All right, let's go get this thing set up. I was telling them, dude, it was only like a week to get it over there, and it cost like $100 bucks. Oh, that's not bad. And they fixed my odometer and all that, so.
I was actually looking to upgrade the one in the truck.
Might need to go ahead and
probably
air it up a little bit. Oh, that's easy. Oh, but the clutch is not happy. To the right?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Everything's there. 91,815 miles. I think I actually added about 200 more miles to my car because I was only at like 91.6. So I'd rather add miles than take away because it looks way less sketchy. So I know I'll catch up eventually, and I'm keeping this car forever. So it doesn't really matter to me. But now we got to get into some of the programming to be able to actually start the car. And as you guys can see, I have the steering wheel controls, but we don't have the track apps. So he'll show you guys how to get that as well. And it logged in, gonna hack my system, add about 50 horsepower. This tool is something that only dealers have, so you have to find somebody that works at a dealership or something like that, because it's a tool that the service techs have, and that's what allows them to be able to adjust basically all your car's settings. So he's gonna get in there, do the right things, and then hopefully we'll have our key set, and we'll also have the track app. Got another 5.0 over here, just another service car, but obviously someone else's car, so I don't want to get too close. But it's a GT Premium 6R80, got the premium wheels, and it looks really good, the GTCS wing. But it doesn't look like it's a GTCS, it doesn't say it on the side, but pretty clean car. What we're actually finding is that I have to pull out my tune and put it back to stock. So I have the stock tune here on my in-gauge. So we'll go ahead and flash that on there because it's not letting it. So we'll just put the stock tune, and then once it's all done, we'll also put it back on there. Or else then my car would not like to run very well. And it's gonna flash it like normal. Take approximately 3 minutes. I think from there it should just be everything back to stock. And then he just needs to do that so that way the PCM can talk to it. But it's just got its little progress thing, and we're gonna let it tune, and then once it's all done, I'll just reload my tune on there because it was that the Boss 302 and had the cold air intake, so I'll know exactly which one to go back on. So now it looks like everything's working. We were getting hung up there a little bit, but everything's good now. So just have that noted. If you guys are doing this swap and you have a tune, you will need to go back to stock, at least for this section. You don't have to start it because I didn't start the car, but then we'll just load the tune on after. Big fail, totally need my second key, so I gotta go home real quick, grab my second key, and I have a meeting in a little bit too, so gonna try to make it nice and fast, grab the key, come back, and then let him be able to take care of whatever he needs to do. Got my second key here, so thank you, Brandon, for letting me borrow your truck. So now we're just gonna head back over there and then be able to hopefully get this whole thing all wrapped up. Every time I hop into these trucks, I just really want one. I really like how tall you sit. You can see over cars and see what traffic's doing ahead, because like I always mention, my cars sit right behind other cars and I can't see in front of them. So I gotta keep a safe distance and everything. Obviously keep a safe distance, but this really does make it a lot easier to drive because you can see what's coming up a whole lot earlier. Everything is done. We just need to load up my normal tune, which I guess I'll use my key. We're not flashing anymore, which is good. Make sure everything's off, and then we'll load up the normal tune. Run into a little bit of an issue. The PCM is not too happy with it, so it's not loading my file, which you guys probably saw there. Had like an abort thing. So what we're gonna do, it has a stock file on there. It's just I gotta have it home and pull a file, probably talk to Lund. So I'm just gonna see if it'll start up, and if it starts up and runs decently, I'm obviously not gonna goose it on the way home, but it'll get home enough. It might run a little rough, but at least I'll be home and I can use my laptop and talk to Lund and get it all sorted out, because then it's just tune related, which if they have to, I think they can help me out and retune it or something. So let's just go ahead and start it and see if it idles and doesn't run all funky. Yeah, it's not liking it. It's like running like it's cammed. So it's been a little while since that last update, but our current situation is we're waiting on Lund. I think they just have to get in there and I have to pull maybe a new stock file. I got an email actually back from John Lund already, which is after hours. So pretty cool that he responded back after hours. So we're joined back at the car. It's now the next day, and John Nardi over at Lund sent me the file I think that's necessary to be able to run or to reload my tunes. So it's something where the car thought it's a new car because of the new cluster and everything. But John Lund and John Nardi, they're taking care of me. I think this is gonna work, so we'll make sure. I'll just do what they said in the email. So I'm just gonna follow their instructions. Not gonna show too much of that because it's just following instructions and uploading a file. So after that, I hope I will be able to load in my tune. Car will run perfectly, and then I can schedule someone else to come with me and pick up the car. So I loaded on that file and everything, and now I just did my normal tune, and it says this will take 8 minutes. So let me click it and then turn key on. So there's the key on. It's actually funny. 3 service guys just walked by and were talking about how the car is in videos and stuff. I just heard them walk by. I didn't get on camera because I just turned off the recording, but literally they just walked by, and my tent, I guess, is so dark they could not see me in here. The new tune is on, turns it off. Oh, there's that little tune. Tune successful. Turn off the key and then start the vehicle. Hopefully she runs nice. All right, that's a lot better, a lot smoother. We got my little buttons here with all the track apps. Track use only, gauge mode. Yeah, woo! Let's go, baby! Shout out to Lund. Huge shout out to Lund. They got it all taken care of. The car starts up beautifully now. It doesn't run all weird because, as you guys heard in that one clip, I thought I was doing some major damage to the car. But everything's working out. We're actually all good to go. I apologize, I'm leaving you guys as a cliffhanger right now. I know I was gonna show off all the features of the new cluster and all that, but I'm gonna leave that for the next video just because I wanted to share what the real process is of changing over the cluster whenever you have this tune, which I didn't know anything about. But basically, long story short, my car thought it was a new car because once you go into Ford and you reset, you have to put your stock tune on, it resets your N-gauge. That's what John Lund told me at Lund Racing. So he sent me a new file. I got it all fixed up. I proved it was me, proved it wasn't a new car and a new N-gauge. And the support over there at Lund was actually really fast because I don't have like a phone number to call. I just used like their email, and they emailed me back literally like 5 minutes later. Yeah, they just really took care of me, and I just wanted to shout them out because they are a quality company. They do good tunes and they have quite a few records. But yeah, I would highly recommend Lund Racing because all my experiences with them so far have been A+. Go ahead and wrap it up right here. So if you guys would like to enjoy more videos on my bagged Mustang and the modifications to come, subscribe down below. And I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, then please comment and like, and I'll see you guys next time.